everyone's welcome to Yorkshire. Now, 800 years since it got its charter, York is celebrating a right birthday today, and among that crowd is Harry.
Krista, this is wonderful, isn't it? 800 voices and a band have just gone past, and what we're going to get in about 4 or 5 minutes is they're going to perform what's called Ebor Vox, which is very, very special. Now, it's quite difficult, of course, getting people from one end of the city to the other. And today, of course, also, to help in the celebration, we've also had the Duke of York here as well. He was treated in St Sampson's Square to Yorkshire tea and cupcakes as well. So he's been very much involved in what's happening here. I have to say that 800 voices, some of them are in choirs, some of them have never performed in public before. So for Benjamin Till, who's composed this, it's been a real challenge. And Olivia Richwald has been to many, many rehearsals to see how they're all going to prepare for what's going to happen here in just a few minutes' time.
I'm gonna dance, dance, dance.
They were aiming for 800 voices from dozens of choirs. A new song written by composer Benjamin Till, the man behind the Symphony for Yorkshire. An anthem for York sung and played while walking around the ancient streets, ambitious and original.
It's got the potential to sound seraphic, like the angels have come down and decided to walk and sing through the streets. But it's also got the potential to run away with itself.
This was just one of the dozens of choirs involved. Some of them happy to admit they were a tad rusty.
My name's Richard Young. I joined the choir because I love to sing. The last time I sang was 46 years ago.
The last choir I was in was at school, and we didn't sound like a group at all. We sounded like 30 children singing.
After months of separate rehearsals all over York, the choirs met for the first time outside the Minster.
Just a note for later, when we are moving, because we're not, the road hasn't been closed today, can we walk down the pavement, please?
Almost, almost. Touch the sky, reaching high.
But walking around the city and singing in tune and in time was harder than it looked.
Once we got round this corner, it just split up and then we all fell apart.
Was it ever going to come together?
Taxi!
We're just practicing, and cars come in, taxis come in, mopeds come in, and also. But then again, I think that's interesting.
A bit chaotic at first, but come the day, it'll all work out and it's going to be incredible.
And with that, they marched off, with so much practice still to be done. Olivia Richwald, BBC Look North, York.
Olivia, thank you very much indeed. 800 voices, and they, of course, represent 800 years that York has been a city to this very day. Still going on with some rehearsals, but I caught up with the composer Benjamin Till, a few minutes ago, and he confirmed it had been a challenge. Benjamin, no better place to get a sense of 800 years of city history here, but from your point of view, what were the challenges?
Well, I mean, trying to get 800 people walking through the streets singing in time, on tune, is probably about as hard as it gets, I think. So that's been one of the major things. I'm walking along with this very silly musical instrument, a fun little thing to keep people in tune. But, yeah.
One of the things, of course, is that you've gone for people, yes, who can sing, but those who've never, perhaps, performed in public before. Has that been even more of a daunting challenge?
I think, yeah. I mean, the joy about singing in a choir is that actually, if you aren't very confident, you can still do your bit. You can still be part of the noise, and you can maybe sing more quietly in the bits that you don't know so well. So, yeah, I think it's all part of the fun. Big challenge there, Benjamin. So far, so good. Can you hear them in the background? They sound pretty good. The Lord Mayor is with me, Keith Hyman. You were involved in that procession through York. What a wonderful celebration, 800 years as a city.
It's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, the noise is so great here, and it's going to go on for another hour or so. It's been marvellous walking through the streets, crowded all the way here.
That's been the special part. It started at the Minster. You've been through all the historical parts. The Duke of York has been here to endorse the product as well. A proud day for you.
Absolutely fantastic. For me to be Lord Mayor this year, the 800th year, is brilliant. We're doing everything we possibly can, and this is a culmination of a long weekend. I
always like it when you come out in your finery as well, Keith. There's worth a bit of brass, all this, isn't it?
I would like to keep it at the end of the year, but I don't think I'll be allowed to.
For you, have you heard Ebor Vox yet? Have you had a sneak preview of
I
it?
saw them on Saturday afternoon behind the Minster in Dean's Park. Superb, along with one of the brass bands as well. Absolutely brilliant. But this is just a culmination of lots of hard work by many people.
And the city prospering in these difficult times, would you say, 800 years on?
It's amazing. York is just so resilient. It's difficult, many people are struggling, but when you see the crowds turning out, as they have all weekend, it's just amazing how people love it here.
The nice thing about this is that the 800 voices, many of them have not been involved with a public demonstration before, so it's quite nerve-wracking for them, isn't it?
It is. Well, actually, after Saturday, we met a few of them because we know quite a few people around York, obviously, and they've never done anything like this before,
Yeah.
so they must be very brave.
Yeah.
I feel nervous, they must be
Well, I
very
can sing a
nervous.
bit, but Benjamin didn't ask me to join. I feel miffed.
Yeah, I would be as well if I were you, because I can't do it either.
OK, it's a lovely celebration. You'll be coming back in just a few moments' time. You can see the celebrations will be continuing for quite some time when we'll have the premiere of Ebor Vox. For the moment, though, Krista, it's back to you in the studio.
Thank you. It's certainly dry where you are, Harry, but these are his pictures now coming live to us from Hebden Bridge. Let's have a look. Well, as you can see, still lots of water in the street there. My goodness, Paul Hodson, it comes thick and fast and then seems to...
And there's been a rather big party in York as well to mark 800 years since the city was granted its royal charter by King John. The celebration, Ebor Vox, began with a musical parade from the Minster, which wound its way to the Castle Museum. Once there, the choir performed a song composed especially for the day. The singers, by the way, were accompanied by a brass band, dancers and giant puppets. Really remarkable night, that. Right, let's move on to the prospects now for the weather. Well, there's only one thing we're hoping for, no more rain, and let's see what the prospects for the next 24 hours are.